Hi there, I'm Ben and I'm excited to introduce you to Engagifii today. Before we jump into your day-to-day, let's take a moment to get oriented. On the left side of your screen, you'll see all of the tools available within your Engagifii environment. Starting at the top, you'll use the Relationships database to manage all the people and organizations you interact with. The Communications module allows you to easily send targeted emails to people that you've added to your Relationships database. And as we move down the menu, we can find and manage invoices and payments in the revenue area. Your Government Affairs team has a whole section for finding, tracking, and collaborating on legislative bills and the session's agenda. And your training and events teams get tools for managing the training and accreditation catalog, as well as the events schedule, where those trainings are taught. This is where we create awards, classes, conference dates, and more. The Events and Accreditation modules of Engagifii overlap a lot. After all, oftentimes the purpose for putting on an event is to provide accredited training. So it makes sense that while you're creating an event, you're considering training credits, awards, and learning requirements. Let's dive in. First, imagine a house being built. You'll start with a foundation, then the house is framed, then you're ready to put together all of the unique pieces that make up that particular house. It's the same with creating an event. There are three key elements to consider: the venue, classes, those two make up our foundation, and the event itself. Let's start by looking at our list of available venues and choose one for a workshop we're conducting in January. The Renaissance looks pretty good. Notice how we've got a bunch of rooms already built out? We can use these for breakout sessions, keynotes, and so on, and it's easy to add new rooms on the fly. You can have as many venues and rooms as you want. And now that we've got our venue, let's think about what classes we're going to offer at our workshop. Before we create a class, let's quickly discuss what awards, courses, and classes mean. As an example, imagine you're going back to university. You're enrolled in a degree program that requires a certain amount of course credits earned. To get those course credits, you're going to go to classes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and other classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's the same thing with Engagifii, except the degree is typically called an award. You can actually rename all of these things to whatever you want in the settings area. Since the credit itself lives at the level of the course, let's start there. All the course really is the container for credit. Let's say we're offering a financial accountability course at all of our events this coming year. To build it, I'm going to give the course a name and put a year on there. Decide how many credit hours this course is worth. And I can optionally choose my instructors who typically teach this material. Now that we have the course, let's think about when we want to offer the actual trainings. Those are the classes. On top of my board orientation workshop in January, maybe I'm also offering this same training at other events during the year. I can have as many classes under this course as I need. An attendee just needs to attend one of them to get the course credit. So let's create a class right here that we'll use in our workshop in a moment. We need to go into the class and build out its details. Most importantly, how many people we're going to allow to register for it. You might have 500 people in the event, but only allow 50 people into this particular class. Defining when the registration window opens and closes. The cost, if there is one. Many associations only charge for the event, not the classes. That's fine, just put in a 0. But you do have the option for charging for the class itself, too. The location, is it in person? If so, just choose the venue and the room. If it's online, input your meeting link and instructions and decide how many people can join. Hit save and you're good to go. Now that we have a venue and a class, we've got our foundation. It's time for the event. Let's go into the All Events screen and create a new event. This is going to feel a lot like the class we just did. Same basic steps here. Give it a name and select from your custom list of event types. We're going to say that this event does have classes, and we'll choose the class that we just created a moment ago from the dropdown. Now let's build out the event just like we did with the class. Set the event dates. You can do single-day events or multi-day events. The dates don't even have to be consecutive necessarily. Lots of flexibility here. For simplicity, I'm just going to go with a single-day event here. Note that you can actually use different venues on different dates. So if you have a pre-conference dinner at a restaurant, for example, you could load the restaurant in as another venue and just use it on the first day. We'll configure this event working from top to bottom, just like we did with the class. So I'm going to set my registration window, the price, let's say $500 for this event, and the capacity. I'll input a description and hit save. We should note that those registration windows we set are automated. The registrations will automatically open and close on the dates you set. No need to go back in and manually toggle registration on or off. Now, it's possible that you might have some people who get different pricing, exceptions to the default. No problem. Let's look at how that works. Go to the Pricing and Registrations tab in the event. Let's say that board secretaries only pay half price. So I'm going to just override the price to $250. Hit save. Now, when a board secretary is registering, they'll see their price. Anyone else will see the $500 set as default. Easy as that. Now, sit back and watch the registrations roll in. We'll cover tracking attendance and awarding credit in another video. For now, thanks so much, and good luck on your event.